Good morning, friends. I'm Reverend Karla Lightner, part of the fabulous ministerial team at Unity San Diego. It's so good to be with you this morning, Thursday, September 15th. Today, we're going to talk about forgiveness. And I really like the daily word today. And the reason is it says forgiveness, but it really is dealing with resentments. And I think that we can forgive and forgive and forgive, but we still might have a residual inside of a resentment that makes us hard to really release maybe situations or people or even ourselves. We can have that resentment, that little bit that's left in here, that's left that really is blocking our flow of good. Because when you think about it, when we forgive, forgiveness is for us, right? And when we hold a resentment against someone, they might not even know we have a resentment. And so I love this prayer in the daily word. It says, when discomfort visits me, I bless, release, and forgive myself for unkind deeds or thoughts I have put forth. So this is when I've forgiven someone and I'm working on it and I've forgiven, but I still have that resentment within. I bless, release, and forgive myself for unkind deeds or thoughts I've put forth. I bless, release, and forgive all others. And I would put in there, I bless, release, and forgive myself. I am blessed, released, and forgiven. And so when we think about it, we may be able to forgive and maybe forget. I know that they have that saying that says, I may forgive you, but I'll never forget. And of course, sometimes, many times, when we're in a situation where we need to forgive, it's because there's a lesson. There's something that we need to learn to grow. But I love this because it says, I may be surprised that lingering feelings of resentment or anger continue to trouble me. Again, forgiveness is for me. The scripture is from Psalm 130, verse 4. But there is forgiveness with you, so that you may be revered. See, it's forgiveness for me. I forgive, I release, I let go. Or I can choose to be closed up and angry and still focusing on something that happened years and years ago. Or I can release and allow that which no longer serves me to go. I can say, I may not like what you did, but I can understand that you did it, and you did it for your own reasons. And many times we know that probably 99% of the time, I would say that people do things and hurt other people because they are hurting themselves. And so they express that out. They show that. As it reminds me again of that sign Reverend Blair used to say, when somebody says something to you, the front of the sign that you show to the person says, tell me more. And then the part of the sign that you're looking at says, this has nothing to do with me. And many times, usually it doesn't. I would say unless we actively do something specifically to hurt someone. And to me, that would be the only time that wouldn't apply. But actually it would apply, because if a person does something to actively hurt someone else, and then they're hurting inside, aren't they? Yeah. So it all comes to that releasing that which no longer serves us. It has to do with how we feel about ourselves. Do we believe that we're perfect and whole just the way we are supposed to be? Do we believe that we are divine, that we are children of God, the God of our understanding? Do we believe that we deserve the best? It says that it's God's good pleasure to give us the kingdom. It's good pleasure. And many of us view God as our parent. And as a parent, don't you want your kids to have the best? And so if we are made in the image and the likeness of our Creator, then we too want to give our children the best. But the key to that is the children need to also be able to accept the best. It's like that flow, never-ending flow. And I was thinking about this morning. When we give, it's not complete unless we are also open to receive. And when we're closed to receiving, it's saying that we don't feel that we're worthy. And so also here, when we hold on these feelings of anger, of regret, of resentment, it's saying that we're not worthy of forgiveness. We're not worthy to release this burden, this backpack we have on our bricks that we have on our shoulders. So it's like a whole process, an interconnected process, isn't it? So let's take a moment and go into meditation and just focus on, I release any resentments now. I release my resentments now. Let's release them. Let them go. We'll feel them for a minute. We'll say, yeah, I got this resentment. And then we're going to let it go. Let's just breathe in. Release. It's kind of a deep thing. So let's wiggle out a minute. Breathe in again. Oh, release that with an ah. We're in this sacred space, friends, together when we come in this time of prayer and meditation. So let's just relax into it and silently allow, please, the words that I'm about to speak to become the words of your heart as you release anything that you're holding in your mind, in your lap, and in your consciousness. I know that sometimes I'm angry. I am mad. I'm so angry, and I want to forgive. I want to forgive. I want to release. I want to let go. But I just can't let go of that just little bit of resentment. And I try and I try. And then I get angry, and my shoulders go down, and my face wrinkles, and my face frowns, and I tighten up. Whenever I think about that one thing, or that one person, or that one situation that I just feel like I can't let go, let's just breathe into that. Breathe into that person. Breathe into that situation. Just breathe into it. Let's just hold on to that and clench our fists for a moment. As we feel that feeling of resentment, as we feel that feeling of anger. And let's breathe. Let's wiggle out. Start to release. Release our hands and let that go. Release our shoulders and our back. And the stress we're holding in our face. Just release that. Knowing that each and every one of us, no matter who we are, do the best we can with our level of understanding at the time. At the time. At the time. That's the important thing. Our level of understanding, our level of knowledge, our level of spirituality, where we are at the time. For many of us, we are in a much different place than we were at times in our lives when we had situations that we need to release and let go. And as we know that we are different people now, other people that were involved in this situation, other situations, they're different now. And so we release and we let go. We bless and release. And foremost, we forgive ourselves for unkind thoughts, unkind feelings against someone else or against ourselves. We let that go as we forgive and we release that resentment. I am ready to release any resentments now. Little spark of negativity. Let it go. Let it go. You are a different person now. I am a different person now. Everyone is a different person. And so while we cannot control what other people do, and there's many situations that we cannot control, we can control our response. And we can control what we hold on to and what we release. I am ready to release all resentments now. I am ready to release my resentments now in the silence. Ready to release all resentments now. I am ready to release my resentments now. I am ready to release my resentments now. And breathe into that. And let's just finish our meditation time with the Serenity Prayer. Together with me, please. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you, God. And so it is, and so it shall be. I bless myself, I bless others, I release, and I let go. Namaste. Amen. Let's just take a moment. Open your eyes when you feel ready to do so. Knowing that we may need to do this process many times, this releasing, this blessing, this forgiving. We may need to do it over and over and over again. Remember, friends, forgiveness is for us, not for the other person. And resentments only tighten us up, only destroy us. So I invite you to come to a space of meditation again and prayer anytime you need to release and let go. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, friends. I hope you have a very, very happy Thursday. Namaste. Bye-bye.